Now let me narrate my story. It was that summer when I experienced it myself the symptoms of the horrible dengue. I say horrible because physically I was seriously suffering. Those bleeding, headache, dehydration, unexplainable loss of appetite, the pain that consumes your whole body, those and all for a full week of duration. Without my father even caring to send me to the hospital to make sure of my sickness and its cure. I even overheard him say in his argument with my grandmother, "It's better for my daughter to die without me knowing the cause than for her to die with me knowing the cause." That sure hurts, despite the physical pain I was feeling. But please do pardon my father. He does have his personal reason. Trust me, it's good that I overheard. My parents were annulled when I was 5. It sure was first hard to take as a preschooler, until the hurt allowed me to open doors. Growing up, I realized that I was never alone because I am still blessed with my relatives and friends. I have a sister who is younger than me, and we've been taken good care by our grandmother from the absence of our biological parents. Basically, it is our grandmother who filled our hearts with love. My horrible experience with dengue was also that fateful moment where I have seen the light. My grandmother sure was worried of my condition. That was why she had an argument with my father. It was my grandmother who never left my side when I was sick. The one who never missed a moment to pray to God for me to get well, and even for me to truly let Him in my heart. My grandmother's prayers were heard. It was at midnight when everyone at home was already asleep, when my uncle, Frank, husband of my Aunt Janice, son-in-law of my grandmother, cared to call and inform my grandmother that they will be bringing me to the hospital to confirm whether the sickness I had was really dengue or not. It was my Aunt Janice, the youngest child of my grandmother, who had been sharing about me, that Jesus Christ would know. She had taught me the Christian rhyme, "Jesus loves me," which will always be something I will remember from my childhood now. Anyway, it had been confirmed positive that night that it was dengue. It was my uncle who talked to my dad and convinced him that I should be sent to the hospital immediately to be given proper medical attention. It was almost too late when I was brought to the hospital. My platelets went down to 23, and I was almost giving up. Almost. It was a near-death encounter. That time, I was already so weak that I cannot even flash a cheerful smile. My eyes were always heavy, and all I wanted was for the pain to end. All I saw was darkness. With my platelets down, I did have blood transfusion. Thank God I was born with a universal blood type. Hours passed after the blood transfusion, and I woke up to be glad, feeling a new kind of energy. Again, it was my grandmother who never left my side, even during my recovery. She kept on mentioning that I have to be thankful to God, that I have been saved and given a second chance to live my life. It was like seeing a candle that suddenly lit in a very dark room. During the days that I was in the hospital, there were some people here in the church who came to visit me and pray for my continuous recovery. And I did come to know that they had helped my family in paying the hospital bills. Now I want to thank them all for the concern they showed to my family, and because they opened a new set of opportunity to me. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't be able to have a school to attend for my intermediate years, and we couldn't even afford the tuition fee. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't be able to go and graduate at Philadelphia High School, where I meet a few friends I treasure right now, where I have good learning experiences, where I have developed myself, and what's important, where I knew and became closer to God. People may see me as the one girl who never seemed to have any problems in life, but believe me now, it's the other way around. However, I chose to live because God gave me reasons to live. I chose to be happy because God gave me an option to be. I could have just given up any time, but I see no reason because I have hope. The hope that things are gonna get better. If it weren't for all the happiness in my life, I wouldn't learn and I also wouldn't be here to share my life to you today. God indeed taught me a lot with the use of life circumstances. If it weren't for those events, I wouldn't see the things that really matter. This is certain, our God is greater than our problems. The hardships are always there. In fact, financial problems are always part of it. I even tried to work at a call center company. Last summer, to earn some money for my education. My grandmother has been humbling and stretching herself to do everything she can for her granddaughter to have a better future. Currently, I don't even have an idea whether I can finish my college education on time, but hopefully I can. That I will fulfill that one wish of my grandmother, and that I'm here to pay everyone that has been investing their time and money for me because they believe in me. This is just something new, and I would like to share with you this passage taken from the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 34. It reads, "Therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own." Good evening and Merry